Good evening. It is 1904 Galactic time. Everyone's sort of treading water at the moment with Elite, not really wanting to dive into too much because the update's coming any day. So whatever we do now is going to be sort of any plans for tutorials or whatever will just be different when the beta goes live, well, it's closed now, isn't it? It's from last week. So I thought I'd jump in, do a little bit more combat, a little bit more CNAV combat, and try and push the combat rank up a few percent perhaps. So we are, let's have a look. There we go. Yeah, I've already repaired my ship. So let's get our galaxy map set. LTT 4487. There we go. So yeah, the beta seems quite successful. I'm not sure when it's going to go live. People have said, so they've suggested sort of 2 weeks from when it went off. So it was closed on Friday. So hopefully we're going to see something soon. Is he coming through? Or he's coming through? Here we go. So I'm looking forward to getting hold of the new engineering, especially the experimental features, because saw today's video from Down to Earth Astronomy, and he was going through some of the experimental features that are available. And of course we don't yet know how much they're going to cost in materials, but hopefully it won't be too bad. But there's things like drag drives and new distribution, power distributor experimental mods. So there should be some interesting changes there. I certainly know from my video I did the other day on the, hang on a sec. I know from the video I did the other day that the new sort of god-rolled weapons have a much faster takedown rate than what I've got currently on this ship, even though these are essentially god rolls or pretty close to them. So yeah, that should be interesting. Where is our CNAV? Shame you can't target that in the actual bookmark. If I'm missing something, let me know. But yeah, it's like you can target a station, you can target a land point of interest once you've scanned it, but you can't target a CNAV. I guess it's compromised. It shouldn't be on the map, essentially. I suppose that's the logic behind it, I guess. Where are we? Let's get a little bit closer. Slow down. I won't. I'm already going slow enough. There we go. So let's have a look what arrives. Cobra, Diamondback Scout. Oh, it's filling up. Deadly. Any sidewinders at all? No, but there's an Imperial Eagle. He's scanning me, so that's a good sign. They're usually wanted. He's deadly, that's good. For the record, I'm up to 40% deadly now. Oh. Come on. Firing range of this laser is shocking. It doesn't like to come up past the center point for ages, and then suddenly will for no reason that I can fathom. Ooh. Let's reverse thrust and sort of back out and topple down over him, under him even. So I've got 1 pip extra to weapons. In the upgrade options as well, in the experimentals, there's this strip down option, which looks quite interesting for exploration ships. There we go, reverse thrust, so that we can try and not fly completely past him. What are we at, 70? Yeah, strip down, which just basically bare bones the module. So on an exploration ship, of course, you don't need the top spec for the slot. So if it's a, I don't know, an 8 slot or a 6 slot for a jump drive, you can put a smaller jump drive in. Obviously you get a smaller jump range. Now in an exploration ship, that's the worst thing to do. But you know, it might be that I don't know, power distributors are a good example. So you will you've got maybe a 6 slot for the power distributor. You put a 4 slot in some cases, and you just won't get a lot of power, and you won't be able to push it about the ship very well. But in an exploration ship, it don't matter. Once you're outside the bubble, you turn your shields off anyway, because all they do is add to heat. And if you end up flying near a sun, a bit too close, the last thing you want is shields on. Which I learned myself firsthand. Diamondback Scout, let's have a look at this guy. It's deadly. It's wanted, it's in a wing. I suspect he's in a wing with that guy, which is a Cobra Mark III. He's a master. So probably not that great, but what the heck. It looks like somebody else is having a go at him as well. I do like the DBX engine noise. Really nice. Oh, he's shield banking already. Let's try and peel them down. There we go. Gonna do a chaff, because that Cobra, the Cobra's only a master, but he's already on me. Shields are being chewed up, and they're gonna come down. Right, that's him dealt with. Now your mate. Oh, he's got torpedoes or something. Come on, target. Ooh. Shield banking on a Master Cobra? You having a laugh? See, now the laser went up past the horizontal point, the halfway point, but sometimes you'll hold the trigger. I mean, I know it's not the button because this is another stick. Goodbye. Poof. Oh, that was a weapons. Let's just pop my shields back up. And assault ship? No, I'm not taking an assault ship on. Asp Scouts. You tend to get a lot of Asp Scouts that are wanted for some reason. It's like popular baddie ship or something. Is he in a wing? No, that'll do. So, here we go. See, so they wouldn't fire then for a second. I'd got the button held. Chaff, chaff, chaff. I got the button held, and for a good 2 seconds I hadn't got a single shot come out. And it was only after I give the ship a wiggle that it started firing. Oh. Come along. Oh, what have I got malfunctioning? Two of me multicans already. So that was that one fight that I got where that Cobra started chucking rockets at me, or torpedoes or something. Well, this guy's got like stocks in chaff or something. Come on. Oh, he's got his shield back up. And more chaff. And yet more chaff. What's he doing? Ooh. Surprised he doesn't clog your engines up the amount they chuck out. Come on. I think we're locked in a... Yeah, we are. Dead man's turn, or whatever it's called. You're both turning at almost the same rate. Yeah, he's really trying to entice me to stop taking him on, isn't he? Come on. Let's finish him off. And then... Oh, no, more chaffs. Shields are up again. There we go. So what else have we got? A Cobra, an Eagle. An Eagle will probably be wanted unless he comes. Oh, it's dangerous. You don't get a lot of. Dangerous and in a wing. There's the other one, dangerous. And what do we... Oi! Hello, sir. Let's have a look at you. Elite, that's what we want. Oh, he's in a wing. Oh well, here we go. Thought we might be. Oh, we're under attack by 2 other players. Or NPCs, I should say. Alright, let's get them shields down. That's him dealt with. Right, next target. Let's have a look. Oh, great. Now the chaff's on the blink. So the shields are still up. That's him dealt with. Now, on to the next one. Shields are down. Oh, I already was going backwards. I've been tempted to switch over the throttle to a forwards backwards throttle instead of 0 to 100%. Hey, up! Who's chucking big stuff at me? Yeah, because the throttle goes from 0, which is standstill, to 100%, which is full. And you can set it in Elite so that it's minus 50, 0, 50. Or minus 100, 0, 100, I suppose, with half the sensitivity. But I'm so used to just pulling back to slam... Hey, up! Pulling back to slam the brakes on. So, come on. There he goes. Great. Now my lasers are misbehaving. What have we got? Sidewinder. Master, that's no good. Type 7, they're rarely wanted. Dangerous. Army storage, data storage is full. Dangerous, that's not so good. Keelback, that might be wanted. That's the thing, because it's a CNAV, you can shoot the other, you can shoot clean ships if you want, but the problem is that you'll be wanted, obviously, and then you'll get a bounty on your head. But if they scan you and realise you're wanted, you can get more than one ship attacking you just from a scan. So it's the very last thing you want, in all fairness. Deadly Cobra. Is he in a wing? No, he's not even wanted. He is. Deadly. That'll do. So we're getting nice and close. Ooh! Oh, I can see us having to go back to base to repair at this rate. I've got 2 multi-cannons and a pulse laser that are misfiring. Down to 36. Hang on. There we go. Viper, deadly, wanted. It's quite a slow climb from deadly to elite, I've got to say. But then it wouldn't be a fast thing. It's like with exploration, you know, you've got to put the effort in to get the rank up. I mean, it's something like 1,500 elite kills, I think it is, to go from 0% deadly to 100% deadly, which is 0% elite essentially, and that's why we're going for elites and dangerouses where possible, because you get the 1 times or the 1.5, I think it is, multiplier for your rank progression. I'm not fussed about if I die, it doesn't matter, you just rebuy the ship. It's about 4 million rebuy cost, and if I get a bounty on me, you just end up getting killed by it at some point. And of course it's just a dormant bounty then. Let's get round here. But what we want is some elite sidewinder, elite wanted sidewinders is what we want. He hasn't chucked any chaff out yet, so that's something. Right, shields are down. I mean, the hull's only down to 89%, or the ship integrity's down to 89%, I should say. But already we've got, and I actually moved some of the hull reinforcement over to module reinforcement a while back, because I felt that the modules were a little too sensitive as it was. Having a misfiring laser is not good in a crowd though, because it can carry on firing and you pull across somebody clean, or, you know, local police or whatever it happens to be. Excuse me. Federal gunship Deadly. That's basically like for like. Deadly. Oh, he's in a fight. Now, I don't know if this is correct or not, but if anybody knows, if you can put it in the comments, that'd be great. If, like, we're going in on a ASP Scout now, and it's involved in a fight with somebody else. If we take the ship out now, I know that we get some money, you know, we'd all get money essentially, but as it's an NPC that's attacking an NPC, do we get all of the rank progression? Or should you basically avoid ships that are already in fights because you'll be sharing the rank progression? I don't think rank progression is shared. But if anybody knows, if you can let me know, that'd be great. Lots of laser, lots of laser.
Under attack.
That's the shields down. See, no laser, no laser. There we go. Then we got the laser. So it's almost like the gimbal's bust, and it doesn't want to tilt up onto the target. Oh man. There we go. Stop misfiring. Especially don't have it misfire when you're trying to scan a ship, because you don't know if they're clean or not. Viper, what are we at? 40% still. I managed to wander 15 kilometers away from the beacon. Here we go, dangerous. Elite Viper. That'll do nicely. And if he's still around, we've got that eagle that we just scanned. Right then. Make your predictions. Lots of chaff. And shield banking. How are we doing on ammo? We got a fair old whack. Oh, he's got a bit of a lick on. Look at him go. Oh, here we go. He's turning in. 2.3. That got his attention.
Module malfunction.
Damn you, modules. Come on. Are we shield banking? Is shield banking? And we got his shields down. That's going to cost him dearly in heat. There we go. Elite, that's what we like. Still 40%. Oh, I thought we'd have clocked over by now. Master, that's no good. Adder. What do we reckon? Expert. Rubbish. More adder. I bet they're in a wing as well. Wing of adders. Yes, of course they are. Vulture. Where did that... oh, he's definitely wanted. He's only dangerous, though. Sidewinders! Oh! Well, he's only dangerous, but... you know. Oh, Deadly's in a wing! Great! Oh, and they're clean! Elite Viper. There we go. And he's scanning us, so he's probably wanted. Here we go. Shield banking, I think. Yeah. Come on. So, looking at those experimental effects today in Down to Earth's Astronomy's video, there was one for shield banks to make them. Well, there were several for shield banks, to be fair. But there's things like you can strip them down, you can make them less mass, you can double brace them so they far more durable. I think, to be honest with you, I probably need to double brace everything on my ship. And there were things to do. There was, what was the one about boss cells, I think it was called, and the idea was you get it takes longer to trigger. Oh, his shield bank's back up to full shields. Look, it takes an extra, I think, like 6 seconds to actually charge up and fire the shield bank, but then when it goes, you get way more recharge on it. Which would be awesome. I mean, I don't use shield banks on this because I tend to get out of the firing line, you numpty eagle. I tend not to use shield banks because I tend to not look at what the heat's doing. I just go by the alert sounds, and by then it's too late. So that's better. Shields are back down. Come on. So yeah, by then, if I've got 80-something% and I fire a shield bank, it's curtains, you know. The heat goes through the roof, and you've got to wait for it to actually get rid of the shield bank. You really want heat sinks. Long day. Heat sinks as well as a shield bank, so that you can fire your shield bank and a heat sink at the same time. Come on, there we go. 9%. 2, 1, 0, done. Pop.
Target destroyed.
That's that courier that was dodging around in front of us. Haulers. Sometimes you get haulers are wanted. Dangerous. Clean. Eagle. He's going to be wanted because he's just scanned us. Oh, it's a master.
Scan detected.
Did he scan us actually? Yeah, he did. Thanks, mate. What about you, mate? Competent. Sorry, you're a bit below my competition weight there. Let's have a look over here. Gunship. Come on. Deadly. In with a chance. There we go.
Module malfunction.
Chaffs. Oh, oh, that nearly ended badly for him. Here we go. Yeah, don't fly a Sidewinder into a whole tank, as it won't end well. But he's got chaffs in that. He must have like no room for anything on that ship. That's say I do have a Sidewinder. I with the special effect charity that happened a couple of months back. I... What is he chucking at me? This is ridiculous. Here we go. He's got chaffs and some big bullets of some kind that he's thrown at me. But yeah, in the charity thing, if you paid more than, I think it was about £6, you got a special effect paint skin for the Sidewinder. So of course I had to go and get a Sidewinder and check it out. And yeah, it's still fun to go back to one. I used one many moons ago. I can't believe how much effort I'm having to put in for this boxy Sidewinder. I was using one for ground attack missions back in the days when you could stack skimmer missions and ground base missions. I had landed at one base in a Sidewinder just to log the dock so that you can always respawn there if you die. And it was literally a case of fly around the planet in super cruise, orbital cruise, shoot 3 or 4 skimmers and complete about 40 missions, and still 40%. See, I really don't want to take on an elite gunship. Asp Scout, let's have a look at that. Yeah, so you complete about 40 missions and you'd see the mission thing scrolling past, and clean. Oh, hang on. Oh, somebody's having a go at him. We'll have a go back, because that will help. Yeah, and you complete loads of missions and then crash the ship. So you'd respawn at the base on the other side of the planet, take a load of missions on again, fly around, and just do that. And I think 2 hours of that, and I'd progressed my rank. I think it was the federal rank, and I was up to like Baron or Rear Admiral or the Universe or whatever it was. And it paid some good money actually. Still 40%. Everybody clean. Everybody clean. Let's head back over to there. I might need to relog if this is a bit dry. So yeah. So really we're on oh. No, oh, there we go, some new jump-ins. So yeah, looking forward to number 3, to get this ship upgraded even further than it is. I'll stick with the gunship, I think. I don't think I'll switch to a chieftain or anything like that. They're nice, but I think the chieftain really is more your Thargoid killer. Asp Scout, what's he with? Another Asp Scout by the look of it. He's wanted, I'm sure. Oh, clean! What's he doing coming up to me and scanning me? A deadly Adder. Adder was my trade ship for a long time. I went... because I'd started it in the beta, so I had a Freegal, as we called it, the Free Eagle, which meant we didn't start with the Sidewinder at Trevithick Dock. And so I used the first thing I did was sold the Eagle, which was the dumbest thing I ever did, because it was a much better ship than the Sidewinder at the time. So I had to work back to the Eagle from the Sidewinder, and was just doing the odd mission here, deliver 1 ton of this, deliver 1 ton of that, just to get a little bit of cash. And then I got the hauler, which was what I started. My first sort of career, if you like, was trade. And I did as much as I could of that until I got bored and sort of annoyed with the game and myself, and it's like, no, go and do something else. And oh, there we go. So he still had no lasers for all of that. Now he chaffs. So I had a hauler, and then went to an adder, and then I got a DB. I could afford a DBX, and that was my exploration ship. And I went. I did go out and about in a hauler first, and I went a fair old way out the bubble in my hauler, which was green, and it looks like Starbug 1. So that's what we called it. Although you couldn't name ships back then, so you know it was just a name. And then got the hauler, got the adder, and then got a Type 6, a Type 7, eventually got a Type 9, and that was my trade ship, and I've still got my Type 9 now. And it doubles. Sometimes I'll strip it out and kit it up as like a medevac ship to get people off Thargoid attack stations. And that holds a lot of people. You know, there's a lot of storage space in that.
Target shields offline.
Let's have another look at that adder. Heading back to the beacon as well. Deadly clean. That's no good. Keel back. Deadly. Also clean. Dangerous. That's not really exciting, is it? Imperial Courier. Imperial Courier, of course, from Frontier. The game on the Amiga. JP Master. That's no... Oh, he's got a fighter. That was possibly a mistake. He has a fighter craft. Because I saw his little landing bay was hanging open. Oh, come on, modules. I mean, at least the thing still gimbals onto the ship when it's malfunctioning, which is quite handy. Because it will just, as long as you can keep him on lock, you can have a go. Come on. Done.
Target destroyed.
Still 40%, although I didn't expect to get a lot for that, to be fair. Cobra Mark III. Well, he's definitely in a fight. Clean. So who's he in a fight with? Deadly. Wanted. In a wing as well. Oh well. In for a penny.
Module malfunction. Target shields offline. Under attack.
Come on.
Module malfunction.
Don't shoot the guy that's on our side.
Scan detected.
Come on.
Module malfunction.
There we go.
Target destroyed.
Still 40%. We're clawing at these rank progression points. See, dangerous is below me, so we get less than 1 on the rank progression. Asp Explorer, anybody? Deadly? Oh, he's dropping. He's in a wing and he's clean. Diamondback Explorer, elite, come on. He's been shot at, that's what we want.
Target shields offline. Module malfunction. Module malfunction.
Got him.
Target destroyed. Target shields online. Frameshift charge detected.
He's getting out of there. Is he down? Oh, he's...
Target shields offline.
Come on, everybody, before he gets to jump. He's going to jump. Ah! Damn it.
Scan detected.
Oh, we lost him. Hey, what are you scanning me for, you plum?
Scan detected.
Also clean, competent. Diamondback Scout, deadly. Was he going to get that cargo? Oh, one of the things in the beta that I saw that I thought was quite cool was this ability to choose your reward for certain missions. I don't know if it's certain or all, actually, but the idea that you can say, well, I don't need cargo, let's have cash, or let's have influence in the system, or with a power, you know. How did I even get a lock on that at 5 kilometers out? That was ridiculous.
Under attack.
Lucky shot.
Module malfunction.
Shield banks, that's got his shields down, so that was a wasted shield bank.
Module malfunction.
It's the satisfaction of doing that, of having the shield bank just be completely wasted, because you know how much of a heat impact it's had on them. And it's a bit like when you're jumping and you get interdicted at about just a fraction of time before the 5-second countdown. So there you are, counting down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and it's that moment just as it jumps where you think that's probably ripped his interdiction tether off his ship and left it somewhere in deep space. You know, it's like, you know, not just I got away, but I got away and dealt you some damage while I did it.
Under attack.
They should add that. I don't think it does any damage. I don't do a lot of interdicting of people, but it should be. I reckon they should add that. Completely destroy your interdictor. If 41%. There we go. Yeah, completely destroy your interdictor if the person goes to full jump with you attached to it. Right. I'm going to call it a day. That's another 1% on the combat rank. So what was we, about 43 minutes? Wasn't paying too much attention. I never can when if I'm doing a video where I'm talking and drinking and flying and shooting all at the same time. But yeah, it's another 1%. That's always worthwhile doing. And the thing is, you know, where we got 60, that's essentially at that rate, it's sort of 60 hours or, you know, 50 hours or whatever of play to progress. But when you get in the zone and you can sort of do 3 or 4 hours in a set, you can add, I mean, I added 6% over the weekend, just off and on, mostly over Sunday. So yeah, there we go. So thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if you liked it. Drop me a comment if you didn't, and thumbs down it by all means. Constructive criticism always welcome, and I will see you on the next one. See ya.